Dun, 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 dun. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Season 8, Episode 1, A New Dawn. Well, the show opens up with Stevie J, all smiles, happy-go-lucky. He is a married man now. He married his best friend Faith Evans, and they did a quickie marriage in Vegas, I believe, and got married by an Elvis impersonator, and they seem to be happy. Um, he ends up having to get a phone call, a scary call from Mimi, because Mimi ends up needing support because some crazy dude tried to steal her car or something like that. She found the dude inside her car, and he ended up shooting a gun or something. I don't know the exact situation, but she was shot at her house, and her daughter and she were very scared. And Stevie got on a plane, and I believe, obviously Faith came too, to go and see what was going on with his child. He's scared for his child and thinking about having his daughter move to LA. But the next scene of the show is Spice. Spice, she's still performing. She's still without her kids. Her kids is still living out there in Jamaica while she in Atlanta trying to make her international career uh flourish somehow in America. Like, I don't understand why she's not able to appreciate her international success. She wants the success that the American artists get. So it's to the point that she feels like her color, the color of her skin, is the reason why she's not going to be able to make it in America. But it's just like, you don't speak clear English, and you you have a form of music that's like not popular to the whole country. So it's like, I just don't understand why she is not at least already successful enough that she just appreciates any success she gets in America. That's what I'm confused about. Well, she thinking about bleaching her skin, lightening her skin, which is very crazy, because she's a beautiful complexion. She has the enhancements, she has the big breast, she has the big butt, she has the sucked out waist, she has all the weave, and that's everything, that a lot of women of color, well, the white girls are doing it too, but the women of color, they get the outrageous booties and titties and sucked out stomachs, and the weaves. And it's just funny that she feels like, because she ended up being at a photo shoot where she just looked totally pasty white, and with all the enhancements that she has, it just seems like going pasty white isn't the way to go. But yeah, she feels the hypocrisy, with people, and she doesn't like it, and she doesn't want her daughter to grow up in a world that way. So she's trying to bring awareness, and she was talking to a friend of hers later on in the show or something, and it's okay in Jamaica, it's like it's not really looked down upon as much as it is in America, because Mimi tried to get on her, and just to let her know you should be happy with the skin color that you are. But it's just like Spice took it to offense. She went at Mimi talking about how she got her breast done, and I was thinking, dang, didn't you get your breast done too, Spice? But maybe she didn't. I don't know. Maybe her butt is real, maybe her no waistline that she doesn't have, maybe she didn't get it sucked out. But she really tried to come at Mimi for getting her breast done, and Mimi expressed that, after breastfeeding her daughter for 3 years, her breasts turned into tea bags, and she wanted to do something about it. She was a major cast member on a reality show that I enjoy, and she used some of the money that she made to go improve herself the best way that she felt. And I just didn't realize, from looking at Spice last season, that she didn't like her dark skin complexion to the point that she wants to bleach it up. And she compared it to be on the same level as Mimi, you know, deflated breasts, from breastfeeding and probably just having small breasts anyway. She just wanted to put a little extra in there, because you could just get bras from Victoria's Secret, or order one of these expensive bras online, and you can have, for the day, because you can't just wear the bra forever. But I mean, people can get bras, but I don't think people can bleach for one night, you know what I'm saying, without putting chemicals on their body for one night and then take it off. So there's a big difference. And I didn't like that, Spice, did that, and her and Mimi almost, beefing a little bit due to her talking about, you got your breasts done, it's the same thing as bleaching the skin. And I don't think she's correct on that. What else happened? Scrap DeLeon. Scrap is he cut his long locks off, and excuse me, you're gonna hear me sniffing, I'm going through a little cold or whatever, or it might just be allergies. I probably just, became an adult and got allergies, because when I was younger, and I'm saying even last year, I didn't have allergies, but it's looking like I got it now, really late in life. But anyway, Scrap DeLeon, he he ended up being able to, because he's supposed to be serving 20 years for his crimes or whatever, but it ended up being that he is in a halfway house, which, he's with other jail halfway people, and they live in this place, and he's able to get out for a few hours a week. But the only way he can get out for those few hours a week, he has to have a blood relative um, with no criminal record to be able to have that access to get out, you know, to go see friends and family for those few hours each week. Well, he didn't think he was going to have those options, but come to find out, Karen, his mama, she ended up being able to find Scrap's father and find out that he has a sister, and they the same age, they both 30 years old, and she was end up being the one without a criminal record that was able to get Scrap to be able to, get out on the streets instead of being stuck in the halfway house all the time, because his little brother couldn't help him, his mother couldn't help him, nobody could help him, because, it ain't like he had a wife or anything. So Scrap is a little apprehensive, and thinking about, like, how come his mom didn't let him know that, all these years that, his dad was still out there. But kind of find out, Karen went to jail, like, right after she had Scrap DeLeon. And the dude, she found out that Scrap's father was sleeping with other women, because she caught him, red-handed. And she just got out of there and left him, and wanted to, have nothing to do with him. But like I said, she ended up having to go to jail herself. And when she got out of jail, she really didn't hear anything from him. And then years later, she was told by somebody that he was dead. So she just went on with that. But since her son ended up being in jail, and, she wants him to be able to get those few hours a week, she decided to start looking him up on the internet and stuff, and found out that he was still alive and that he had a daughter, and yay, yay, yay. She really didn't expect Scrap to, like, question her about it. She like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You would still be in jail if it wasn't for, you know what I'm saying, me finding your sister. So, but Scrap is a little bit like, what is going on? He ended up meeting up with his father that had a stroke, to ask him questions, and the father's just like, hey, because I can't talk, I can't do nothing. But he was able to be in his sister's life, they the same age. So it's pretty confusing, but it did seem like, Karen probably just wanted to be the mother and the father. She didn't want to be with a cheating man and stuff. So she probably did, make it easy for Scrap's father to not be around. And she's going to have to deal with that, because, because it was easier for you to not have Scrap's father around. It wasn't easy for him, because he wanted a dad around, even though his father was a jailed person as well. So, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Later we see Mama D. She on stage. It's her birthday. I don't think she mentioned her husband, but she happy or whatever. Scrappy and his wife Bambi, they getting ready to have a baby and stuff. That's why they wasn't at the celebration. She have on her skimpy stripper clothes. Got Karen there throwing them dollars up there. What did she say? She didn't say too much, but she was looking good. You know, to me, she looked 50 something. Eva met up with her daddy because he picked her up from school. And instead of Stevie doing the co-parenting thing and talking to Mimi, letting her know that he wanted to let Eva know that he was married, he picks her up from school and tells her the news with Faith there at when they went out to eat. And Eva, I don't know. It just seemed like she was not acting. I liked her scene. She was just like, well, you're going to have to talk to my mom about that, because he ended up asking her that she want to move to LA, and she was just like, hey, you're going to have to talk to my mom. And then him, instead of being like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do, he all like, well, I'm the one that, I'm the one to take care of you. What? You know that Mimi's done everything, Stevie. You know that you haven't been a full-time dad. Come on. But anyway, and Faith sitting there, not saying too much because it's not really her place, because she's just the new stepmom. She got her own kids to raise. But yeah. But when Eva gets home, of course, Mimi drills her about how was your meeting with your daddy and everything. She was like, everything was fine. I met his wife, and Mimi was a little shocked, but she just asked a few more questions. And of course she was upset, but she gonna end up having to talk to Stevie later on anyway. She meets up with oh yeah, and when she went out to the restaurant with her dad, Carly shows up, and they end up, having a good time. And because she was like, hold up, where's Eva at? I come over to see you and I don't see her because, she's so bubbly. And, I know I would hear her yelling something by now. And then she let her know she's out with her dad. And then she was like, does he know about the wife? And then, Mimi was all like, he knows that about the co-parenting. We got protocols in this relationship. But as we, know that Stevie doesn't follow the protocol, he decided to tell Eva, in at his own time, because he was excited about it and wasn't even thinking about Mimi. All right, what else happened? Carly is supportive to Spice. She goes to meet her at a photo shoot, and she was all smiles and she was looking around for Spice, and then come to find out Spice is in a white, I don't know what it is, because I wonder what it was to make her white. I wish they showed us what they used, because it was on her hands and everything. But, she ended up putting the white stuff on. Dang, I'm sorry I sniffed like that. But hey, she white Spice right at this scene. And that's when Rashida and Mimi, they walk into the photo shoot. And they was like, what? And then that's when Mimi and Spice got into it a little bit, talking about the fake breast, and Mimi's all like, what? I got these because I was breastfeeding my daughter, but you bleaching your skin does not compare. And Mimi ended up walking out and calling her bees and all that, and da-da-da-da-dee. Rashida and Kirk, they've been married for 19 years. It's around their anniversary time. And yeah, and it's kind of like, what, she's not leaving them. She willing to go ahead and meet up with the baby Cannon, or whatever the baby name is. It's just like she's gonna stick with her man. And they just seem like, nothing's changed between Kirk and Rashida. And we're going to see later on, because then, they showed us what was going to be happening during the season. It looks like Rashida had her infidelities in the marriage as well. So how mad can we really be at Kirk if this is what kind of marriage they dealing with? You know what I'm saying? Okay, then we get to Carly's house, and Carly, we saw that on the internet, the vlogs and stuff like that. She's engaged to a man that she got introduced to by Jock's manager. His name is Arkansas Mo. I didn't hear actually what he does for a living, but Carly is all smile. She's wearing her engagement ring. Arkansas Mo, he got a tattoo of her initials on his hand. They seem like they, having a good time. He cooking for her and stuff. She still walk around in her sexy clothes for her man, just like she was doing for young Jock. Did we see Jock this episode? No, I don't think we seen him. But anyway, you know what? I am not even. Am I gonna be doing reviews for this show this season? I don't know. But oh yeah, and another thing, Mimi end up having to mention that dag on Nico, and I want to know what happened to Nico's wife, Margot or whatever. Remember they were acting like she was all old. Well, if you look on the internet now, I'm older than daggone Margot. I thought she was 40 something years old. That's pretty confusing. But anyway, we end up seeing Carly going to the glam shop to meet up with Sierra to get a little touch up on her hair. I mean, it looked like her hair was already done, but she went to Sierra's place, after closing hours or whatever. But Sierra, she's cool with Carly, so she lets her, come in when the store is closed and stuff to get a little touch up, fix up them edges or whatever. But yeah, I missed this whole scene. But Sierra had some news to tell Carly because this lady named Pooh something had a sleepover that Sierra was invited to. What's it called? Mimi and some other people was there. And I wonder why didn't Pooh invite Carly to the sleepover or whatever? But anyway, Carly ended up telling Sierra that she is not cool with Pooh. Yeah, they got, they had a friendship in the past, but after finding out that she felt like Pooh was a little shady, she thought she was this nice married woman or whatever, but kind of find out after hanging with her, she finds out that Pooh act like a single lady, even though she married to some kind of successful guy in the music industry, I guess. End up mentioning New Edition or something. I don't know. But and I thought Pooh when I first saw her was a transsexual, but I guess not. But anyway, so Carly like she ain't trying to be cool with her. We end up seeing Pooh go to Merci, which is Carly's shop, to go find out how come they, haven't been hanging out lately. Carly was like, my store been open for 3 years and you have not been coming to my shop besides one time when you wanted to see, be in the midst of the paparazzis or whatever. So she's like, but you supposed to be my friend. Da, 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 da. How come I'm not invited to the engagement? And Carly was trying to let her know, like, I don't really want to roll with you. You not the kind of friend that I want to be around. And then Pooh is up, but that's not what you said when you was eating my booty and all this stuff when you was in the booty hole. And then Carla's like, what? Her voice changed and everything because she was like, I ain't never do that. But Pooh is basically saying that Carly been with Pooh's husband and been with her eating her booty hole. And she ain't even say vagina. I think she really was saying booty hole for some reason. And Carly was just like, she ended up trying to throw something at her, and she basically denying it. But I guess we're gonna be finding out that Carly, do gay stuff as well. And she was trying to act like, she was this wholesome girl. That's what Pooh was saying, like, trying to act like she don't do nothing. But come to find out, she be in booty holes and vaginas or whatever. So I guess we're gonna find out about that. Adventurous Pooh. She coming to start trouble for Carly Red. Oop, stiffing again. And it looked like Carly just wants to be Carly, not Carly Red. Baby Cannon came over to the house, cause they I think it's the anniversary, the 19 years of Kirk and Rashida. And the baby come in there in his terrible twos, and when Rashida was trying to get his phone or whatever that he was looking at, he was like, no, you know what I'm saying? Like being a little mean or whatever. But it looks like she gonna end up liking him. He still with his pull-ups, and Rashida was like, well, that was my child. He wouldn't be in no pull-ups at 2. Like, you're not his, his mom, he got the pull-ups on. 2 years old. I mean, I thought maybe a mistake can happen. I don't have any kids, so I don't know. But dang, 2 years old, you got to be wearing drawers already. I mean, maybe you learning and everything, but not for a mother to end up saying, "Shoot, my kids will be in drawers." Like kids develop at different stages. You know what I mean? Like every 18-year-old shouldn't be living by themselves, but some 18-year-olds can live alone. It's like everybody ain't on the same level, but it doesn't make your child smarter or not as smart. Anything else I want to say? Um, did we see? You know what? I just wanted to make a video, and I did it. I'm gonna be watching Love and Hip Hop. I don't know if I'm gonna be making reviews. I'll be checking out everybody else, but yeah, this is my review for the first episode of season 8 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I'm getting ready to go ahead and look at Kaya Motormouth TV to see if she's still live. I didn't get to watch the whole show. So yeah, peace out.